two. We've got the tables. If you have any of those outside chairs, you guys,
Outside chairs?
I forget what they're called, like camp chairs.
Fold-up chairs?
Yeah, the ones that go like in the bag,
Okay.
or any kind of chairs whatsoever.
I've got a couple.
Bring whatever you got.
Okay. That's another thing when you're communicating with folks.
Tell them to bring their
Tell
camp
them to
chairs.
bring their game chairs, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got places to sit, but I can't guarantee I'm going to have
Enough.
seating for everybody.
Yeah, no. Which I've got like 4 or 5 of them, I think, and I'm thinking about going to Academy Sports. They have them for $5 each, and I'm thinking about going and buying $35 more of them. Maybe tonight after the show, actually.
Are they like adult sized for $5 each?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've
Really?
sat in them. They're not bad. Like, they probably won't
'Cause
last forever if you use them. But
the ones I've seen that are usually $5 each are like 100-pound weight limit, and
no, these are no.
I'm in danger of death if I sit on them.
I think it's for advertisement because it's got their shit on it. I think they're
Oh.
like selling them at cost because it's got Academy Sport all over the back of it and shit.
Gotcha.
So I'm thinking about actually going and getting a few more of those. So if anybody has any of those, bring them.
Where's this awesome Trump flag that...
Not hanging.
Oh, it's not going to get hung up. That's fucking ridiculous. Oh, you haven't seen my laser either.
No, I haven't. I feel like it's been a
I'll
month.
get it on the break when I go
Break,
get...
you gotta turn the cameras on. At break, yeah, you're gonna have to go get the laser. The battery's probably dead in it. I might switch those around.
That's fucking awesome.
It's fucking amazing, ain't it?
Wow. Kyle, check this shit out.
Oh no, that's good.
The part that cracks me up every time is the Russian helicopter.
Yeah.
No commie.
Dude, Derek needs this.
Yeah.
The Russian helicopter every time makes
It's
me
because he's against the commies.
laugh. No. That helicopter's on his side. It's aiming the same place he is. All right.
Hey, that's new.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. You guys haven't been here since the upgrades.
It's been forever, man.
Show them the. You need to angle that down. That's way too much ceiling.
Ceiling. Angle
On the
this down?
No, yeah, that one.
Can't really angle it too far down. That's why it falls. I don't know what else to put on there to make it stick.
Here, let me help you. Put that under the back.
Do you want to move the waters then?
No.
I mean, that's like we can angle it a little bit more. Why don't
I mean,
you
the
switch
angle's
it to
fine,
the big
but-
can so we can see what the fuck we're doing?
I can't see
Because
anything.
you told me to do something else. You told me to put the stuff on the screen so I could switch it to Elgato. And I was showing him the new couch cam because you were showing him the new camera.
Okay, show him the
angles.
camera.
So I was going through all of them.
Yes.
Kyle,
What?
I think you put the lid back on half-assed.
No.
There's paper towels over there.
I didn't half-ass the lid.
That is really good. Wow.
It is good. That's
Wow.
what it was.
I'm going to pay for that later, though.
It's not that hot.
All right. So
No, seriously, dude. It's been pretty rough for me lately.
What's been left for you?
Anything hot.
Oh.
I'm getting old, dude. Warranty ran out.
so anything we put on there, she can switch to an angle here that it'll now be on here.
Yay.
Did you all watch the Invader Zim special on Netflix?
Didn't know there was
not.
one.
It's pretty good, actually.
Is it? I've been scared to watch it.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
I had a good laugh. Multiple good laughs. I'm just going to put this down here.
All right. Yeah, I don't think you guys have been here since we got the Elgato working finally.
No, last time we were here, you were bitching because you needed some sort of a splitter or something, or...
Yeah, that got rid of the copyright protection. A shitty splitter.
Still having issue with the...
Yes, it's a piece of
with that
garbage.
thing.
I've got it at the exact point it needs to be. If anybody ever touches one of those fucking buttons, it's going right back to shit. That is the point right there where that thing works properly.
So do we need to put it like in its own glass case so that...
Dude, if I could put a glass bubble over it, I would. No fucking joke.
Electric fence.
Yeah.
Like a ticker tape fucking machine.
Make sure I turn my shit down on my phone.
The original internet. Jazz, you probably don't even know what a ticker tape machine is, do you?
Nope.
Didn't think so.
It's a machine that makes ticking noises while it spits out tape.
But what was on that tape?
Usually stock quotes and prices.
That's all that was ever on there. Stock quotes and prices and volume.
Yeah, stock information for super rich people. And you'd usually see it in like a movie or something, and it'd be sitting on a pedestal underneath a big glass dome, and the things would come out and they'd be going like that. And
Finding the one they wanted. Jump out the window.
yeah.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of a movie that actually features that, and I can't.
The
really...
Hudsucker Proxy is the.
That's oh god, I love that movie.
Yeah, that's like the best one. Yeah.
God, I haven't seen that
Not
in
what
forever.
I'm thinking of. I don't know what I'm thinking of.
What are you thinking of?
No, I'm just imagining that.
I mean, it's been in several movies, but the Hudsucker Proxy is like
Yeah.
one of the best because it's like done with such comedic effect. Yeah, they gave us that video to show new people when we bring them in for training at the post office. Is where he gets the orientation,
Mm-hmm.
where they're this is this is that. We'll dock your pay. That and then the whole time people's coming up and handing him shit. Like, just need to go to the third floor, and he's like, This is your orientation. If you don't feel like you've had a decent orientation, we'll dock your pay. And all right,
We ready to do something here?
are we?
I don't know. Are we?
I am now
I
recording.
guess.
Now recording.
Okay, so there we go. That's one of them.
Yeah.
So are we in agreement that we're not going to worry about editing out the cussy words?
Fuck yeah.
Okay. I mean, we're not going to go out of our way and discuss, throat fucking or something like that.
Shitty
but,
cunts.
Yeah. We're not going to
Turd fucking.
really try that hard.
Gross.
What, turd fucking?
Yeah.
Stop. I
That's
don't
where
want to
you
hear that ever
Take
again.
a condom.
I know what it is.
So we're not doing that.
Yeah, probably not.
Not gonna talk about fucking tracheotomy holes.
Yeah, no.
Not
No,
doing that.
we're not
Stomas.
Bruce.
They're called stomas.
We don't have Bruce here for stoma fucking.
You want to talk about what's up yours? It's a picture I was just sent. Don't know why, but that's what I was sent.
Who sent that to?
Hafsack. He's at a
Of
Renaissance
course.
fair.
Of course.
Yesterday
he
he
is.
was at a medieval place signing things.
He was signing things?
Yeah.
Why would Halfsack be somewhere signing things?
That's the second time, like, in the past 3 months he's been somewhere. He went to automobile show and did something for
What do you
someone.
mean? What do you mean signing things?
I don't know. That's what I was told by Little Rick, so I'm not 100% sure how.
Is he signing things as a show
A vandal?
personality?
Yeah.
I heard this from Little Rick, so I don't know how accurate that is.
I feel like
was
he's
told
just
he was signing
vandalizing the
things.
porta potties. He's just signing his name on the wall.
Yeah,
for all
he's the
porta-
new
Maybe,
Banksy.
yeah, he pretends like he's somebody important. They form a line, and then he just signs random shit.
He gets Lil Rick to follow him around and start a line to
No,
get shit signed.
he pays like 10 people to start the line, and then like hand out the like 8x10 shots, and then people are just like, "Well, let's just get in this line."
You know,
That's a good prank. I might do
sell
that.
it $1 a signature.
No, not even like selling it. Like it's the only free guy there.
No, but like sell it for $1 a signature. People get in line just thinking maybe it's worth something. They don't know who the fuck you are, but
Yeah.
hey, maybe it's worth something.
$1 signature,
Make some money.
$3 for a picture.
Yeah.
You just scribble on there, "I'm a random dude," like in really bad cursive.
Oh shit. All right, we
All right.
ready to try and get this rolling here?
2 minutes in.
Yeah, that's
You
that
do the
seems
editing.
about normal. Yeah, I don't know how much I'm gonna edit. We'll see. I don't know.
We'll find out.
All right. Welcome back to season 3 of Ignorance of the Law. I'm Russ.
I'm Kyle.
I'm here.
She's always here. She's the lovely Jazz. And sitting across from me, staring at his phone in utter bewilderment, is After Lodge Jason. What's wrong with your phone, dude?
Dude, my wife just texted me about some shit.
All right. Well, as you probably noticed by me not bleeping that out, we're trying something new for season 3, and well, we're not really trying it. We're just gonna fucking do it. We're not going to edit the bad words. This doesn't mean that we're going to start getting outrageously disgusting, but quite honestly, I'm too fucking lazy to deal with all the edits that I've been having to do. So,
Going a
Yeah.
little hard on the f bombs. I think you gotta calm down. Like
do I need to? Do I
your
need to?
exact words to me were we're not gonna go crazy, and you said the f word more than I have, which tells you
We're only less than a minute in.
you're effing up.
Oh, so now you're gonna edit yourself, Mom?
Yes.
Okay, Mom. You sound like my damn mother. You really do. All right. Well, welcome back, folks. I'm glad you decided to join us. So that means I should be saying hi to Kyle's mom and dad because there are two most fervent listeners. Probably our only two listeners, I think.
Oh no, there's more than that.
Yeah. Emily listens.
I've been told by multiple people that I don't even know on a personal level that they love our podcast.
Really?
No.
Yeah, I haven't been told this either. That's fine. We're not doing this for the money. We're doing it just because we're doing it. So anyway, Kyle, what do you have, buddy? Lead us in.
Well, I'm not going to tell you where this law is from because I have several laws all from the same place, and we're going to talk about the laws, and then you can try to formulate where you think it is.
Arkansas.
No. I don't think it's a place we've been to yet. So
Missouri.
it's
Missouri.
not. It ain't-
Missouri.
it's
Have we not been to Missouri?
Ain't Missouri.
Okay.
All right, you ready for the law? Here we go.
No. Yes.
An innkeeper has a lien on the goods of a guest for the value or price of any food or accommodation furnished to that guest or on the guest's account.
Rhode Island.
Nope. Nope. This is Whitestone in the Forgotten Realms. I can tell by the use of innkeep.
Okay, you've been playing D&D way too much, dude.
Maybe. Yeah, I'm going somewhere north though because they do say innkeeper, which
Yeah.
is an old-timey way.
It really feels New England area, northeast.
You want part 2 of the law? Here we
Yes.
go.
Well, of course.
In addition to all other remedies provided by other laws, an innkeeper has the right, in case the same remains unpaid for 3 months, to sell by public auction the goods of the guest. On giving 1 week's notice of the intended sale by advertisement in a newspaper published in the municipality in which the inn is situated in, or in case there is no newspaper published in that municipality, in a newspaper published nearest to the inn.
Connecticut.
You think Connecticut? It kind of feels like
That's my
Connecticut.
guess. It feels
It makes
very Connecticut.
absolute perfect sense. I
yeah,
mean, if,
yeah, we know what it's saying, right?
Yeah.
Basically,
but I'm going to say I
innkeeper-
think Connecticut, and we
Yeah.
haven't had any laws that I can think of from Connecticut.
Not that I know.
So
of.
innkeeper basically has the rights to sell the goods of the guest if the guest is not,
Does it pay up?
doesn't pay up.
Yeah, fully understandable.
Nope. Well, I can't tell you where it's from yet because we have multiple laws from this
Alright,
place.
let's
So
go
you
on.
just have to hold that
Yeah.
energy
Throw
and
on.
wait.
Well,
That's not a crazy law. Like that law exists in most states, I would say, in
Yeah.
some fashion.
Yeah, so this is commonly known as the Innkeeper's Act, and traditionally, before it looks like it was the wording I just read was from the revision from 1990, still on the books today. But before that, it specifically called out horses and transport materials. So if like a guest had a wagon with shit on it, or horses that were there,
Like my
then-
D&D party. Yeah.
right? Then like your D&D party, then the innkeeper will sell the horses because
touch my
now they
horse.
can't get away. Like you sell their horse, they can't run off now.
Mhm.
You know, they have to pay up.
No, I've been worried
So-
several times when I was on a campaign and some crazy things happened and we had to leave town suddenly and not by transport. What would happen to our wagon and our goods that were on said wagon?
Yeah,
Poddle keeps trying to eat my horse.
Yeah.
but it.
Are you still doing that?
Yeah.
Is that still a weekly thing for you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would it not be?
I don't know. I haven't heard y'all talk about. We haven't been here in forever, but I haven't heard y'all talk about it. I didn't realize y'all were still doing that.
It's weekly. Yeah. All right. So next law.
Well, hold on.
determine the location.
The question about the Innkeeper's Act is if it applies nowadays, it doesn't mention vehicles. But, like, originally it did mention vehicles in the 1800s or earlier. So, like, if somebody leaves
Yeah.
their car, do you get to keep the car?
I mean, I know, like, when my dad owned the wrecker service, and if we took a car in, like, from an accident or something, and they had us just tow it back to our lot, until if they didn't pay the storage fees, like, eventually you could sell that car to recoup the storage fees cost, which is pretty much the same thing.
Right.
So, I don't know. Maybe?
3 months unpaid is pretty extreme.
Yeah, I don't know. I would think that would go under the same laws like vehicle abandonment they've got for like auto mechanics. You drop your car off a mechanic and you don't pick it up.
Well, but it was literally, like, the same rules, though, like, because whenever you went to go get a new title on it, what you had to do is show proof that you tried to contact them if you had their address. You had to
Oh,
send them
you
a
were
certified
able to
letter.
get a new title
Yeah.
for it? Oh, wow.
But if you couldn't, like, say you didn't have their address, say it was abandoned, like you said, or something like that, and an apartment complex had you tow it off. But eventually, what you would do is you would put an ad in the paper where you picked up the vehicle, and be like, "Hey, on this such and such date, we're gonna get a new title on this vehicle unless you come lay claim to it." And then if they didn't, you had to bring in the newspaper as proof
And show that you did it.
Yeah. So it's like pretty much the same law.
Yeah, it sounds identical.
So it could be Pennsylvania, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm still going to go with Connecticut. It feels New England-y.
Yeah, it feels Connecticut.
Connecticut?
Connecticut.
Connecticut.
It feels connected to New
Connecticut.
York a little bit.
Schenectady?
Yes.
Schenectady, yeah.
Yes.
What?
Uh-huh.
Do you want to hear the next law?
Yes.
Duh.
All right.
We've just been stalling, man.
Everyone commits. Everyone. It's worded strange. Everyone commits an offense who takes part or appears as an actor, a performer, or an assistant
In
any,
porn.
in any capacity in an immoral or obscene performance,
In porn.
entertainment, or representation
Jace, you're
in a
in trouble.
theater.
Donkey show. This is the anti-donkey show
This
law.
is the donkey show law.
They don't have donkey shows in Connecticut.
I don't know. That's because there's a law.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Start over on this one.
So you commit an offense if you take part or appear as an actor, performer, or assistant in an immoral, indecent, or obscene performance.
Wait. How are you an assistant in immoral
know
and
how.
obscene?
You hold the donkey's reins.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, right.
You're the one that led the donkey onto the stage.
Yeah.
You're the
With the
donkey
carrot.
handler.
Oh shit. Okay, so
That's the best joke in Clerks 2, by the way.
I haven't
is-
seen Clerks 2.
Well, they're gonna have a donkey show for Dante's his bachelor party, and it's like this huge lead up. It's Kelly and the donkey, and finally the donkey shows up with Kelly, and Kelly's like this big buffed gay dude. Yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one. I don't know if I ever will.
It's great. It's good.
As good as the first one.
Nothing's as good as the first one. It's as
Yeah.
good as his other movies
Okay.
that are set in that world.
Okay.
So the question is, what is covered by this law or not? Because an actor, performer, or assistant in any immoral, indecent, or obscene performance, I like what.
Well, we've discussed in past episodes that
But like strip clubs
what's
are allowed,
defined as obscene or immoral
right?
is really based on the prevailing
Norms, yeah.
norms. Yeah.
right? But at
So-
the same time, like, I don't know. It seems to me like strip clubs, a lot of things definitely fall under, even by norms.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, you're going into a strip club. You know what?
It's
to
not a place you
expect at a
take your
strip club.
kids. Yeah, you know what to
exactly.
expect.
It's not a place you take your kids, but there's a whole lot of people going into them, so it's not
Right.
that out of the norm, or it wouldn't be open.
I guess.
I-
It still seems like it would be indecent. Like if that person just walked outside, suddenly it's indecent. But if they're in that door, it's not.
Well, so is having sex with your wife. You can't do it on the lawn. Well, I
You
could.
can. I can.
Yeah, I mean we could, but most people
We live in the
couldn't.
middle of nowhere.
Please
but-
don't.
Nobody would know.
Yeah.
Yeah, God knows.
The
And he
deer would
says,
be
"Please
shocked."
Don't.
Other
The
than
deer would be shocked.
Well, here the cats
Jesus
would probably
Christ.
pounce on you.
You just
Or, yeah.
traumatized Bambi.
Mother, what's that flesh over there?
that's the way God intended for you to do that. Think about the Garden of Eden. There wasn't no houses in the Garden of Eden.
Yeah,
Right out there in the grass.
yeah, I guess so. I
Just saying.
don't think in the Garden of Eden they knew what sex was yet, though. I think that's the whole point. They learned what the sex was after they ate the fruits.
So the fruit taught the sex.
The fruit taught the sex.
I don't know.
It did. God didn't teach him what
All I
sex
know
was.
is I've
That's
seen
where I learned my sex from.
The Garden of Eden.
from
from
eating
fruit.
fruit.
Oh, Well,
All I know is I've seen the crap that crawls around in my yard, and I really don't want my bare ass anywhere near
Centipede.
the centipede spiders. Have you seen those? Do you have those giant spiders with the big white egg sac that they carry
Yeah.
around? Ugh. Can you imagine one of those crawling up your junk while you're trying to?
I would prefer not to.
Yeah,
Russ,
there
to
you
be
go.
honest. I'd rather not have that image.
so anyway,
Burned into your head.
we discussed indecent performances, right? So I
Would you like
found-
to describe them to us? Kyle?
well, I can cite this news
Can we
article.
turn the
I
lights
found.
down while Kyle explains what an
found-
indecent
I
performance
found a news article about this law.
is? Ooh.
2005, the Bubbles Gentlemen's Club, a strip club.
Wait. Jazz,
Bubbles
look up Bubbles Gentleman Club.
No, don't. That's cheating. It's cheating. You can use your imagination. Think of a place that would have a Bubbles, a gentleman's club.
I'm
So-
still
It's
thinking
a circular
Connecticut.
building that has this white/blue type of tint to it.
I have to tangent early here.
Go ahead.
Early?
Yeah, when my grandmother,
Wait, stop. We're talking about strip clubs
Yes.
and you're getting to your grandmother?
It's the Bubbles thing. Go ahead.
not far off.
Okay.
When my grandmother was in the early to mid stages of Alzheimer's, she had a joke she would tell constantly that was super fucking inappropriate. And I'm like, stop saying that all the time to everyone. And here's the joke.
I feel like this was passed down, and now he says it to everyone all the time.
Everyone, a new doctor, a nursing assistant.
This doesn't have anything to do with the bowling balls.
No.
Okay.
That was a good one.
So this morning in court, a duck walks in and he's being arraigned, and the judge looks at the duck and says, "What the hell are you doing here?" And he said, "Well, I got arrested for blowing bubbles in the park." And the judge looks at him and says, "That's not even a crime. Get out of here. Go, go, go." And then another duck comes waddling up to the defendant's stand. He's like, "What are you here for?" And he said, "Same thing. I got in trouble last night for blowing bubbles in the park." "That's not a crime. You're a duck. It's fine. Get out of here." And then another duck comes waddling up, and the judge says, "What the hell? Let me guess. You're blowing bubbles in the park?" He said, "Nah, I'm Bubbles." Everyone.
I've heard that before.
Everyone.
But I've never heard it with a duck.
Everyone.
Why do they have to be a duck? I mean, it doesn't really make sense.
None of it makes sense.
Well,
Why would you tell someone in a professional capacity?
Why not? That's a good joke.
Yeah, it's
Are
not
you
like
saying
it's,
that you don't
it's
do
not
those
like
shows on professional
no,
levels?
it's not like she led up to it though. It would literally be like, "So how are you feeling, Miss Last Name Redacted?" And she would say, "Well, let me tell you this joke," and then she would go into the joke, and the doctor's, okay. Anyway, how'd you sleep?
Not well. I dreamt about blowing bubbles.
Oh,
Woke up with a bad taste in my mouth.
Yep.
So, the Bubbles Gentlemen Club in 2005,
Oh, this is recent.
it's recent enough. It's a strip club.
14 years ago.
Yeah, right.
Like there are people who weren't born yet who can now listen to this show, but yeah, pretty recently.
Yeah.
Don't remind me how old I am. Damn.
They caught a hefty fine of $7,500, which was the maximum at the time. They got in trouble because a performer named Tangerine Dream staged very explicit shows.
Did they involve fruit?
They involved sex toys.
Can you please-
Which apparently
Whoa.
was...
Speak slower and turn the lights down.
They involved sex toys.
What did they do with them?
We don't know, but we assume it involved her body. And, well, that is what... that's what brought the law in, because it was a strip club, but this pushed it over the edge.
Yeah, the strip clubs is generally assumed that
There
it's
was
just
one-
stripping.
There was
There's-
one busted here locally for the exact same thing.
Busted.
Seriously?
Yeah. This was
busted.
Keep going, Jason.
it was before the ban. It's what led up to the ban where strippers are no longer allowed to be fully nude.
Wait.
In the big
Strippers are
city.
no longer allowed
Not
to be
in the
fully
big
nude?
city. That's been 10 years ago now.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been probably. Well, I've been married 19 years, so 19 years since the last time I walked into a strip club. So
I think I was in one probably about 17 years ago. They're disgusting.
yeah, well, yeah, I've never
They're
honestly understood the
disgusting.
point to it. Yeah,
They are.
I've never been in one, but I wouldn't expect
Do
any less.
not.
Say, don't.
It's you're thinking disgusting like as in ugh. What it is it's disgusting like atmosphere. It's like a mental disgusting.
Yeah.
Like the place could be like super clean.
The atmosphere is greasy, for lack of a better way
Yes.
to put it. It's
you
just-
can like
you can feel the
you can
greasiness.
taste the slimy. She doesn't want to be here, but this is the best money she can make, and all of these as the kids say, thirsty dudes
Yeah.
ogling her while they're eating a chicken sandwich and
Yeah, it's outrageously disgusting.
Sounds
and
terrible.
There's a smell.
Yeah, I'll bet.
there is.
There's a smell, and just it feels greasy just walking in the door to those places. It's don't if you've never been to one, it's not even one of those things where you say, oh, if you've never done it, you need to go.
Don't
once. No,
satisfy your
don't-
curiosity. It's,
don't.
I can imagine. I've got
Remain
a pretty
pure.
good imagination, so yeah.
I mean,
course,
like,
he grew up in the internet porn
That's
generation,
true.
so
I wonder if that's hurt strip club business.
I wonder if there's any strip club owners out there who would like to email into us on that. Let us know. I'm honestly very interested in knowing if internet porn has affected strip club
I
business.
feel like it would have to.
You would think it would.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah,
People are lazy.
Well, and
We know
also there's, I don't know, there used to always be a stigma in certain circles surrounding being seen at strip clubs, which is weird because I distinctly remember I worked at a place in Illinois once, and there's a, well, hell, I can say it because I don't live there no more. Big Al's in Peoria, Illinois. It used to be, it's world famous. Everyone in the area knows about it, and they say they're world famous because it says it on the sign, so they must be world famous.
of course.
But the first place I started
I mean, I
working
knew
at-
about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, one of the first places I worked at back would have been late 99, right around there. They used to go there for lunch all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it
There's
used
nothing
to,
better than looking at a strange woman snatch while you have a bacon sandwich.
Oh, no, they didn't go for the bacon sandwiches. They went for prime rib, which to me is almost even more disgusting. I don't know. It's something just weird about sitting there noshing on your lunch while some chick's rubbing her hoo-ha in your face.
No, sir, I don't like it.
Yeah. So I've never understood the reason for that. Like I said, every time I've been into a strip club, it feels greasy. And the only reason
It's not a pleasant feeling. And like I've been to places that are, I can't go into that, but I've been to places that most people would never ever go into.
right.
But like everyone there's like wants to be there. Like there's a sense that like everybody here's happy and not
It's a different atmosphere, a
Yeah.
different feel.
So I've been to three separate strip clubs, twice for bachelor parties, and once I went to St. Louis on a business trip.
Do you always
And-
come out covered in glitter? Because that's just what my mind imagines every
Well, if you
time.
get
No,
a lap
because I
dance.
don't get.
Yeah.
If you have a lap dance, you do. But the third time I went to St. Louis on a
Wait,
business
where does
trip.
the glitter come from?
they
the
put it on
chicks,
their
they're
body.
covered in it.
Yeah.
It's almost like this weird
It's like a spray.
hologram.
So that they're
it's-
bright and reflecting light, that kind of thing?
So
Yeah,
when
they're
they're
glowing.
dancing, the spotlight will shiny them.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really nice.
But I was there on a business trip with another guy that I worked with.
And stripper perfume, let's point this out.
Oh my God!
Like stripper
Oh.
perfume is not like normal human perfume.
No, because it's got pheromones in it.
it's like
it's a pheromone
It's like
perfume.
some kind of like Dow chemical
Yeah.
resembles something that would smell good. Maybe it's like an industrial sense. The only thing I can. It does not make you think, oh, this person is clean and hygienic.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck are they covering up?
But this business trip, I went with this other guy that I worked with, and we had to take the same car, and he refused to stop anywhere for lunch other than this one strip club in Cahokia, Illinois.
He like planned the whole trip around the
He
strip
planned
club
the whole
visit.
trip around this strip club visit. Evidently, he always goes to this place every time he goes there.
That's a little sad.
It really is. And I went in there with him and sat there and drank a Coke and just watching the sheer what's the best word for it?
Desperation?
Yeah.
Thirsty. Yeah, as the
it's
kids
just-
say.
It's like you're not going to get anything out of it.
It's like being on a diet but going to an all-you-can-eat buffet and watch them cut steak all day.
yeah.
It's pointless.
Yeah, I just
It's a screen door on a submarine.
yeah, so don't go, man. It's
I'm not even moderately tempted.
yeah, good.
I like how we're convincing him not to do something he has no intention of doing ever.
So don't go murdering people.
Yeah.
So
It's like a PSA from the 90s.
but yeah, I think greasy and desperate is probably the best descriptions. It's not glamorous
there's,
like the
like-
ones you see in movies.
Yeah, and there's always like, everybody's always on the verge of a fight breaking out, too.
Yeah.
I think it's that
Is that 'cause
fucker
they,
flight.
Yeah, they get built up and just.
The fucker fight thing that happens in bars at like 3 a.m. Like a strip club at noon is like that all the way to close.
But there's just something so sad about seeing an adult man sitting at the rail with a dollar bill between his teeth while some stripper is rubbing her ass cheeks up and down his face to grab that dollar bill out of his mouth. Is fucking disgusting.
She grabs it with her ass cheeks.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude, it's kind of rough.
I believe it.
You don't know where that ass has been.
Yeah, well, I can imagine.
It's a little bit different experience when you take your wife though.
I've never taken my wife to a strip club, and I don't think she has any interest in going.
Probably not.
No, I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, what laws were we talking about? Something about strippers.
Well, we were
Bubbles.
talking about
Bubbles
how,
Gentlemen Club.
yeah, we were talking about there's some illegal performances that can happen.
Like a horse eating a
but
carrot.
apparently, sex toys is what makes a strip club not okay.
I can see that line.
For lack of a better way of putting it, probably has to do with penetration.
Yeah, I can see that line. The
Oh.
penetration happenings and
Well,
I mean that's a transfer of microbes and
I
bacteria.
mean, but it's a piece of plastic.
well, but what if they didn't sanitize it properly?
I'm not looking at this from a health standpoint. I'm looking at this went from softcore to hardcore.
Well, yeah, that's true.
So yeah, I can see that.
Well, if we can find Tangerine Dream and ask her, I'm sure she would. Well, I don't even know if it's a she.
It doesn't sound like it.
We're
It
gonna,
definitely
we're
sounds
gonna
like a drag queen.
safely assume Tangerine Dream is female.
How do you know it's safely assuming?
I am.
I really feel like
I am
that's
safely assuming.
Jazz, can you look for Tangerine Dream?
No.
Bubbles Gentlemen's
no.
Club.
Please do not.
Let's see if this was
We
on
do
the
not wanna
drag
see
night.
Images. All right, next law. So again, this
Next
is
law.
all from the same place
Okay,
here.
so we still think it's Connecticut, Jason?
I'm sticking with Connecticut. This sounds like it could be
Fair
Connecticut.
enough.
That could be any state.
Well, so Bubbles Gentlemen's Club almost has a mafia feel to me, and kind of that northeastern mafia corridor.
See, now, if you were going to say name the state that would contain a strip club named Bubbles Gentlemen Club, I would definitely win with Florida.
Florida's more of a booby trap type state.
Oh, yeah, the booby trap is a good one.
The booby trap gentleman's club.
It's got the twin domes.
Does.
Oh, God.
It does.
Okay, Kyle, next law.
All right, this is under the law called the Currency Act of 1985. Limitations on currency. A tender of payment in coins is a legal tender for no more than the following amounts for the following denominations of coins.
So,
Do
so
you
this
understand
is
what I just
yeah.
said?
So this is
The old lady at the grocery store giving all her pennies
yeah,
away.
you
law.
can't pay your rent in a bag of pennies.
Right. Okay, so here we go. $40 if the denomination is $2 or greater, but does not exceed $10.
Wait.
I'm confused now.
Okay, is there a $2 coin?
In this place, there is.
You said this is a state.
No, I didn't.
Oh my
is
God, are we in
Canada.
Canada?
Assumed it was a
Canada.
state.
Are we in Canada?
It's definitely Canada.
Why do you think it's Canada?
Because they've got coins for all sorts of weird shit like that.
Well, who knows? Maybe it's not North America. Maybe it's in Europe.
Oh, fuck me. It could be anywhere.
Here we go.
It could.
There is
You
a
know-
$2 euro coin.
Yeah. Son of a.
$25 if the denomination is $1.
Wait. Do they do dollars there, or
I've
is
converted,
it?
I've converted it all to dollars.
So it's not the United States.
Shit, you're right.
I mean, it can be.
Okay, so we know it's not Connecticut.
I didn't think about that.
Ha!
Yeah, you're right. You got it out of me. It's not the United States.
I'm sticking with Canada.
That's what
for
Tangerine
now.
Dream said.
$25 if the denomination is $1. So that means you could pay $25 with
In coins.
$1 coins.
Okay.
You could pay $40 with $2 coins.
Okay.
You can pay $10 if the denomination is between 10 cents and $1.
Okay.
You can pay $5 if the denomination is 5 cents, or you can pay 25 cents if the denomination is 1 cent. So you can't pay with you. The only thing you can
How much
spend,
with a penny?
25
25.
cents.
It
25
sounds
cents?
like you can only
Yeah.
spend like 20 to 30 coins on most of them. Is what they're going.
Is this
right. Yeah.
prosecutable under the law?
No, they just don't have to
There's
take it.
no penalty.
No,
So-
it's just saying it's not counted as legal tender, which
Yes.
technically most places have a law where if somebody's offering you money to pay for whatever, you have to accept it because that's the legal tender.
But if I
Right.
come to you with $5 in pennies, it's up to you if you want to
I
take
can tell
it
you
or
to
not.
fuck off, you wanker.
Yeah.
So, what, you think this is Australia?
Yep, that's where I'm going now.
You know,
All right.
it does kind of sound
I'm gonna go pay these cunts with a bag of pennies.
Here, here's a fun fact that might help you figure out where this is. This country no longer has pennies, even though this is still on the books. They stopped manufacturing pennies and using them because they were too expensive.
We've been in England, so
We
it's
have
not
been.
England.
We haven't been in Australia.
Not that I know of.
I'm going to go, I'll agree with you on this, Jason. I think it's Australia.
I'm going Australia too.
Okay, how close are we? Don't tell us if we're wrong
close
or if
distance
we're right.
or close what? Like what's close here?
Well, I don't know. Are
Language.
we like
How close are we in language?
yeah?
I'd say you're doing pretty good
What,
on the
what
language.
hemisphere are we here?
Australia?
Are we on the right hemisphere at least?
No.
Okay, so we're way the hell off.
Hemispheres are big, dude.
Yeah, but that narrows it down.
So now it's got to be Europe.
if it's not the southern hemisphere, then that means it's northern hemisphere and it's not the United States.
Fair enough. You ready for the last law?
Oh, you've got another one. You did.
Oh.
I thought that was the last one.
This law, no. This is the one that will help you.
Switzerland. No, they don't. Do they have strip clubs in Switzerland?
Yeah,
I'm sure
of course
they do. yeah.
do.
I think they're everywhere.
Yes.
My thing is places like Amsterdam wouldn't be concerned about this because they do this in Amsterdam.
Well, and Amsterdam also, I don't feel like they'd have a Bubbles Gentlemen's Club.
they might. Amsterdam's weird, man. There's a lot of weed.
That's true.
A lot of places in Europe like to have fancy English words as the title for like restaurants.
I don't
and
think
stuff.
Bubbles is a fancy English word.
You'd be surprised, bud. It's like here we have like an Italian restaurant or a French restaurant that's just like some vague French sounding word, and it's like, what does that actually mean?
Lasagna?
Yeah, doesn't mean anything.
Oh, maybe it's in the American part of France. It's like a tourist area for like the French to go to act like they're in America with the cowboy hats and the big cheeseburgers, free refills, Bubbles Gentlemen's Club.
All right, here's the last
It's
law.
Japan.
Anyone commits high treason who kills or attempts to kill Her Majesty or does any bodily harm tending to death or destruction, maims or wounds her, or imprisons or restrains her, does an act with intent to alarm Her Majesty or to break the
Booga booga.
peace. Yeah. Or
When she's old, that could kill her.
I know, right?
or does any act that is intended or possible to cause bodily harm to Her Majesty.
No Nerf darts.
I'm going Scotland because they also like to say cunt. Backup guess, South Africa.
I'm trying to think where the hell they've still got monarchies.
Well, a lot of Europe has figurehead monarchies.
Well, yeah,
But Her Majesty? Come on. We're talking about the one.
the one, the robo
The one true queen.
queen.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So okay, Scotland. Shit.
Ireland? South
UK.
Africa.
Really?
South Africa?
You all were right to begin with. It's Canada.
It is Canada. Ah,
forgot.
Jesus shit.
Yep.
Such bullshit.
All Canada. Everyone was wrong.
What coast is Bubbles on? Is what I want to know.
Yeah, so look up Bubbles Gentlemen's Club. I want to know where this is at.
I have the
For-
article. Hold on.
A friend of mine wants to know. Yeah.
Maybe it's still around.
I feel like they probably closed.
For $7,500, I doubt it.
Actually, I read further that they didn't actually press the charges.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they just
They just said, "Don't do that again."
yeah,
All the
pretty
cops
much, they
just
got a
came and
slap.
spent $150 on the private show and then pressed charges. Took the money that they had all gave her as evidence and then decided
It
not to press
says
charges.
St. John's, Canada. I don't know where
I
St.
don't know where
John's
that's
is,
at.
I'm thinking it's East Coast.
but it says it's on
I
George
feel like
Street.
it's East Coast.
It's on George.
Oh, it's on George Street.
Yeah,
that
it's on
narrows it
George
down
Street.
for us.
Yeah, definitely East Coast. There's no George Streets on the West Coast of Canada.
Vancouver doesn't have a George Street. No. When's the last time you went to Vancouver?
I don't know. It's been a while.
The defending attorney in the case said, If you don't like the activity, then don't pay the cover and go to the club.
Well, that's kind of my thought. If you don't like
I
what you're
mean-
gonna see, don't go there to see it.
It is, but
The hell do you think you're gonna see when you walk into a place like that? I mean,
I wouldn't expect to see that in a
but
strip
they were,
club.
but that
I
sort of
understand. They
thing-
probably paid extra for this.
for that sort of thing. They probably paid extra, and the strip club probably advertised it.
I would not have advertised it. That was dumb on their part.
But-
You let the word of mouth handle that.
Well, but still,
They're
the-
crazy. You know what they did
the
over
pe-
there?
The people who go in there know what they're going there to see.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody was extremely offended by any means.
Well, somebody had
No
to
one
have
was
been in order
harmed
to
in
press
this crime.
charges.
Yeah, the cops after they all paid. It's like over here across the river.
Oh, where they have the massage parlors.
yeah,
and
they had an undercover massage fucking sting going on for
Right.
a year where like certain cops used the services like 10 times. And then they busted them and like took the money back.
right.
It's like, dude, you went to a prostitute 8 times before you could bust her? Really? Really, buddy?
Wanted to make sure it was real.
Did you think the first 7 times were a fluke?
Well,
It was
yeah.
the 8th one that sealed the deal.
Need the evidence.
Yeah, those guys should be in jail, not the prostitutes.
It was miserable. It was miserable doing this investigation.
Jazz, are we waiting for you to figure out where this is at, or
I do believe they just changed their name and reopened.
Oh,
what they changed their name to?
Sirens.
Ooh,
oh no,
that's
that's, a
actually
little
a good.
scary. That
that's
has
a good
negative
name.
connotation.
It is still on George Street.
Still on George Street. Okay,
Hell
which
yeah.
side of the country is it on?
I don't know.
You mean help look?
I thought that was what she was looking
So
at.
did I.
I don't know what their addresses means. I don't know.
Oh, fancy Canadian addresses.
Like, there's not
I don't know.
Well, let's look at the
Canada.
map and just keep zooming
I've been
out.
having to look up. I've been
East
having to
Coast.
look up addresses for
No, maybe
some
not.
work
That's just a.
in other countries, and it's pretty crazy how they do their addresses not here.
Oh, dude, it's not even mainland Canada.
What is it, like Newfoundland or something?
Yeah.
Or-
It's on the very tippity tip of Newfoundland.
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 Hey, we've got listeners in Newfoundland. I think
Maybe
we
they-
had like 2 people download our show from there.
Maybe they're Bubbles customers.
Maybe they
we
are.
just pissed them off by
It's
talking about their favorite
sirens.
sex club.
Sirens now.
Hey, if you're listening from Newfoundland and you've been to the Bubbles Now Sirens Gentlemen's Club and you saw this show, hit us up, ignorance on the law podcast at
Yeah,
gmail.com.
Let us know if.
Let us know. Send us pictures, maybe. I don't know. Send us a description.
The one I saw at a bachelor
donkey
party
show?
one time. No,
Oh.
one of these private shows that I saw one time. They got around that by using ice.
Ice?
Yes.
Really?
Hold on, they got around
Yeah.
what by using ice?
The no penetration law.
Yeah, they
Oh, ice doesn't count.
how-
Oh,
with the ice and
that's awesome.
But how does that not count? Because
don't
the
know.
evidence melts?
I don't know. It's the same place that got busted
That's possible.
not too long ago. And then like after the 2 were done using it, she handed it to one of the guys in the party, and I'm like, not shaking hands with that guy.
Stirred his drink with it.
Not. No.
Ice kills the germs.
I don't think so. Not.
No,
this was
that's
very
not
melty
like-
ice by the time he got it.
No.
I'm sure it was covered in glitter.
I'm sure it was, and it had that peculiar smell.
A little different smell this time, I think.
Gross.
At least the water was clean. The ice
I
cubes were made out of high quality water.
I wouldn't be real sure about the cleanliness of the strip club ice machine.
Strip club ice
I
machine.
feel like they don't do routine ice machine cleaning at the strip club.
Oh, woof. All right. What's our time look
We
like
got
there,
it.
Jason? Huh?
36.
36. Well, folks, let's call that a wrap. Well, first, Kyle, do you have anything
That's it.
more that ties into the strip
That's it.
clubs like that?
Oh, Canada, that was it.
All right. Well, we'll leave it on the O Canada note there, folks. Thanks for joining us. It was good having you back. And hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. So we will see you next time.
Are we coming back for Twitchers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got to get at least 2 in the can here.
I was just making sure.
Which I think we do 2 today, and then we do 2
If we
on
do
our time
2
during
today,
the
we do-
marathon.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm sorry. I do have a hard stop this afternoon. The earlier I can get out, the better. Cause,
That's okay. I didn't do a ton of research.
Well, we've got we're leaving tomorrow to head to Crater of Diamonds State Park in
Gonna
Arkansas.
dig diamonds.
Yep.
What
And we're
episode
gonna
is
stay in
this?
a yurt.
You're gonna live in a yurt?
Yeah, you can rent a yurt for like $50 a night.
I know. I've
What
seen them.
episode's
They're
this?
cool.
Fucking awesome. season 1 or season 3, episode 1. Not that it's gonna matter with your naming scheme.
This is for my own personal naming.
I'm gonna use the restroom.
Why are you going to get the hot fries?
The extra flaming?
Oh, that big.
Yeah, we gotta
yeah.
finish getting all our shit packed in the truck. I was gonna bring the new truck so you could see it, and unfortunately,
You bought a new truck?
Yeah, I posted the picture on.
Oh yeah, but that's her truck. I don't yours.
Well, it's our truck.
Mm,
I'm the one paying the fucking payment on
her
it.
truck. Still her truck.
But I was gonna bring it so you could check it out. That fucking thing, it's got the Weather Channel on it. On the fucking display,
Yeah.
it's got the Weather Channel, and I can watch live radar on the screen while I'm driving.
See, mine gets around all that by just using my phone to do it all. It's one of the
I think that's
Android
what it
links.
does is it just
That's
goes through my
probably
phone
what it
data.
is.
Many cities have local ordinances prohibiting smoking on the sales floor of a retail store. We ask that you cooperate by safely extinguishing all smoking material in the containers provided at the entrance to the store. Thank you for not smoking.
Has Wayne Newton split with his wife and hit the jackpot with his new romance? Inquiring minds want to know.
I want to know.
Can you lose weight by switching from celery to sweets? This week's National Enquirer tells you. How can you put office troublemakers in their place? What curse of death and disaster haunts the Super Bowl?
It's in the Enquirer.
What bizarre surprises popped up on Caroline's wacky honeymoon? Find out in the Enquirer. Over 100 features for people with inquiring minds.
Like me.
Get a little closer. God, don't be shy. Get a little closer with Arid Extra Dry.
Only Arid has a patent on this formula that fights wetness. No leading deodorant spray stops odor better. And now Arid has a new baby fresh scent. It smells,
Get a little closer with the baby fresh scent of Arid Extra Dry.
Arid fights wetness and odor. Now in a new baby fresh scent.
through the checkout lanes.
What's in this little blue egg that keeps Barbara Eden looking slim and trim?
Ooh, there's only one answer to that. It's Legs Control Top Pantyhose. See, Legs slims and trims but doesn't bind. So you get comfort and control.
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
From the leading manufacturer of video game hits comes the #1 video game system, the Nintendo Entertainment System. Now you're playing with power.
When you get hold of the Nintendo Entertainment System, when you master Raw, the video robot,
Yeah, guys, we're not gonna be able to come back. We got server problems, so we'll see y'all pretty
We're
soon.
sorry. We love you.